And hello there for our final video in our Khans of Tarkir spoiler impressions series. So this time we are going to examine the colorless cards and the land cards that will be contained in the future Khans of Tarkir set. So excuse if my speech is a bit incoherent, I'm having troubles with that at the moment. It's like a bit cloudy in my head. But yeah, let us begin. First of all, you have Abzan banner, 3 mana artifact, add white, black, or green to your mana pool, okay? And for that, for one of each color, and tap and sacrifice Abzan banner, draw a card. So we had that in Return to Ravnica block. These were called clue stones, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that effect is pretty cool in limited. If you want to go into one of these houses and want to fix your mana, but other than that, it's not that powerful. But yeah, you're gonna have that too. Altar of the Brood, 1 mana artifact. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent puts the top card of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Okay, milling your opponent. Milling is not a good strategy, like, ever, outside of maybe Cube. But could milling be viable? I don't think so. Not with cards like that. No. But yeah, we will see. Okay. Bribus Purse. Axe mana artifact. Bribus Purse enters the battlefield with Axe gem counters on it. Remove a gem counter from Bribus Purse. Target creature can't attack or block this turn. Okay, so you can get rid of a blocker in your opponent's side for X turns. Okay. Doesn't sound very strong. Okay, Cranial Archiver. I like the artwork of that one already. 2 mana artifact, 2 mana exile Cranial Archive. Target player shuffles his or her graveyard into his or her library. Draw a card. Okay, so Sultai hate card right there. Yep. Like milling yourself over and over again and then getting Cranial Archive. That sounds pretty nasty. Yeah. What I like about this card most is the flavor text. The greatest idea the zombie ever had in his head wasn't even his own. Okay. Dragon Throne of Tarkir, 4 mana legendary artifact. Equipped creature has Defender and 2 tap. Other creatures you control gain Trample and get +X until end of turn, where X is this creature's power. That sounds interesting. You switch off one of your creatures, but it gets the ability to pump your one of your other creatures. That sounds pretty cool. Very interesting, very intricate mechanic. We'll see what that does. And Ghost Fireblade, 1 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Ghost Fireblade's equipped ability costs 2 less to activate if it targets a colorless creature. Okay. Heart Piercer Blow, 2 mana equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks, Heart Piercer Bow deals 1 damage to target creature defending player controls. That sounds pretty nice. That's a Thorncaster Sliver on the stick, rather. Yeskai banner does the same with Yeskai colors. Sure. Lens of Clarity, 1 mana artifact. You may look at the top card of your library and add face down creatures you don't control. Okay, nice. So good when your opponent plays a lot of morph creatures so you can see what they are. Okay, more banners. That Ugin's Nexus, 5 mana legendary artifact. If a player would begin an extra turn, that player skips that turn instead. If Ugin's Nexus would be put into a graveyard from the battlefield instead, exile it and take an extra turn after this one. Okay, that sounds interesting. So very extra turn hate. Is that an issue? Really? I don't think so. There's one deck in Modern which does that, which is a very fringe brew. And yeah, just putting that in just for the sake of that deck. Or is there? Yeah, there's Metamai the Ageless, I think, in Theros, that takes an extra turn whenever it deals combat damage. So, but other than that, I don't think that extra turns are an issue in Magic. Well, you could put it in stacks decks in Vintage just to get rid of Time Walk, but I don't think that's worth it. No. Okay, so yeah, that's one of those mythic rares that will be like penny mythics at some point. And then we have a Witness of the Ages, a 6 mana 4/4, morph for 5. Okay, good. Then we have the land cards. And first of all, I have to say thank the effing Lord. If you haven't noticed it already, off-color, enemy-colored. Is it enemy-colored or is it ally-colored? Anyway, Onslaught Fetchlands are being reprinted, and that is big. Why is that big? First of all, Onslaught Fetchlands are expensive as shit. I think like Polluted Delta goes up to like $80 or something. One card. And yeah, the fact that they reprint that is very, 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 very good. And you might have seen that on, I think it was Comic-Con or Gen Con, when those were announced, people went apeshit because they were so happy that those finally were reprinted. Another implication is you get to play with Fetchlands in Standard, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, you will not be able to fetch out Shocklands from Ravnica in Standard because they rotate out. But yeah, and another effect of that is that we will finally be able to play with all 10 color combination of Fetchlands in Modern. Up to recently, you only had 5. So you had to play off-color Fetchlands in your deck, maybe play like a Misty Rainforest in an Esper deck just to fetch up an island. Yeah, so that's very, 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 very nice, and I welcome that with open arms. Good. Other than that, we have other dual land cards that are of common rarity. They enter the battlefield tapped. When they enter the battlefield tapped, you gain 1 life, and you can tap it for one of the 2 colors, which is very nice in a, as I said, in a set that promotes 3 color decks, to have a cheap form of mana fixing that you can use in Limited even and stuff like that. And maybe you just want to construct a budget deck, or they can be good in Pauper even. Yeah, maybe you just don't have that much money to buy like Shocklands and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, those are Bloodfilled Caves, Blossoming Sands, Dismal Blackwater. They will do the same thing. Flooded Strand is another fetch land that I will try to get my hand on, because I play a lot of blue and white. So I will see what the prices are on that. I will imagine they are, normally upon release they are between like $6 and $10, but they decline fairly rapidly after that. Okay. I'm talking about Magic Online prices here, by the way. I'm not talking about paper prices. I don't know anything about that. Okay, so here are the basics. Basics are very basic, as the name implies. We may take a look at the artwork. That's the only thing that's different every time. Then this one strikes me as kind of a jungle theme. That's kind of nice. Okay, and then we have Frontier Bivouac. Bivouac? Bivouac? I don't know. Frontier Bivouac enters the battlefield tap, produces the rug colors. I have forgotten which house it is. Is it Mardu? I think it is Mardu. Yeah. Okay, islands. Yeah, this one's pretty nice with like the crystal thing. This is more abstract here, which I like. Okay. Jungle Hollow. Sure, the life gain dual land. Mountains. This one looks cool. Mystic Monastery, 3 color land. Nomad Outpost, 3 color land. Opulent Palace, 3 color land. Plains. This one looks pretty nice with like the temple in the front. Polluted Delta, I will definitely buy some of those. Yeah, I wanna play with those in my, especially my Nauseam deck. But yeah. Oh yeah, another effect that those fetchlands will might have is that the other fetchlands, the Zendika fetchlands, which are also very expensive, might decline a bit in price because the demand might drop for that, which is pretty nice because a Misty Rainforest is about $30 right now, so on Magic Online. So that's pretty nice. Okay, Rock Highlands, life gain land here, 3-color land in Sandstep Citadel, Scored Barrens, another life gain land, Swamps. Let's take a look at the artwork there. All very beastly. I like, which one do I like best? This one looks abysmal with like the bones in it. Yeah, or this one. This looks like a real swamp, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Swiftwater Cliffs and Thornwood Falls. Okay. 2 more of these life gain cards. Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. Add 1 colorless to your mana pool. 2 colorless. Tap. You gain 1 life for each colorless creature you control. Yeah, that's crap. Tranquil Cove. Another life gain land. More life gain land. Windswept Heath. Another fetch land. And Wooded Foothills. Another Onslaught fetch land. Yeah, very, 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 very nice. I'm very happy for that. Maybe one can hope. Maybe the next set in the Khans of Tarkir block, which is I think Fate Reforged, will feature these Zendikar fetch lands, but I don't think that will be the case. But yeah, very happy about the Onslaught fetch lands being reprinted. That's maybe the biggest news in this set overall. Yeah, very, very, very happy about that. Okay, that concludes the Khans of Tarkir spoilers for now. I'm very excited about this new set. I like that they are revisiting the 3-color theme here, that they include the wedges that are not included in Shards of Alara and stuff like that. Yeah, very interesting cards in there. As I said, especially the multicolor cards seem very good. And yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on this set. We will see what the next standard block will bring. There will be some exciting decks coming out of that, I'm sure. And as a last note, we should all thank fate that the cancer that is Packrat and Desecration Demon finally rotates out. Yes, so that concludes our spoiler series. I hope you had fun and had insight as well as gained a lot of insight as well. As always, if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I would highly appreciate that. Drop me some comments if you have any kind of feedback on that. Okay, so for now, have fun at your pre-release if you're doing any, or have fun in the upcoming standard block. My name's been Lepharia. I thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.